Welcome back to another sunny morning and cloudy afternoon day in Thailand. It's just the pattern in this time of year, but that's not as exciting as what's in this box. What's in the box? Huawei 5G CPE Pro. This is happening today. There's a long story behind it, so let's jump in. So what's all the excitement? Well, this box gives me extremely high-speed home internet through the 5G cellular network. You may have heard of 5G recently, maybe some good and some bad. Let me explain the good. It's the newest in the long series of cellular voice and data standards. To understand the huge leap that is 5G, let's jump into the Wayback Machine. Now, I'm going by the information that I'm able to find right now. I can't guarantee everything is accurate, but it's the best I can see. If you find something wrong or missing, drop me a comment in the doodly-doo down below. Okay, 1G. Didn't have the name at the time, but that's what we're calling it now. It was launched in Japan in 1979. Its signal through the air was analog, similar to the way that an FM radio works. It was plagued with limited, expensive phones, bad sound, and dropped calls. 2G was launched in 1991 and went by the name GSM. It changed to a digital signal, somewhat like how Wi-Fi works at your house, and introduced the SMS messaging system. Maximum data speed was 40 kilobits per second. The Edge system brought an improvement that increased speeds to 384 kilobits per second. Still bad sound, still a lot of dropped calls. 3G was launched in 2002 and went by a multitude of acronyms, and it brought higher speeds of several megabits per second and the ability to effectively access the internet on your phone. 4G was launched in 2012. It again brought higher speeds up to 100 megabits per second and services like full mobile internet access, full digital voice calling for crisp audio sounds, gaming, and high-definition video. And this is the service that's predominantly used in the world right now. 5G. This brings us to the start of the rollout of 5G in 2019. It promises speeds up to 10 gigabits per second. That's 10,000 megabits per second, which is just mind-boggling. The Internet of Things, or smart devices, are expected to leverage 5G, along with uses that demand high speed and low latency, like remote surgery, gaming, fully autonomous vehicles, and virtual reality. Now, with this speed comes some downsides. Engineers had to trade off the desired high speeds by shortening the distance between the user and the cell tower. 5G has three main frequency bands. Low band, which will have a similar long distance coverage as our current 4G towers, but the lowest speeds, which will still be far better than 4G speed. Mid-band towers with several miles of radius to users, and high-band towers which may only work for a few city blocks, thus requiring many towers to provide wide area high-speed service up to 10 gigabits per second. High band uses millimeter wave frequencies between 25 and 39 gigahertz, which should provide us those delicious 10 gigabit speeds, but you have to be very close to the tower and the signal can't get through walls and glass and other obstructions very well. So you can see the complexity that 5G introduces to reach those high speeds. And this means each phone company has the choice of frequencies to deploy in their tower, and mobile phone makers have the choice of which frequencies to incorporate in your phone, but that's generally governed by the main chip that they decide to use inside. Your phone and the tower will negotiate to give you the best possible speed. So that brings us to my new sweet little box from Huawei. Huawei is one of the largest 5G technology providers in the world, with phone company tower equipment and they also have a wide selection of their own mobile phones. Recently, the US government has banned Huawei from the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store, so I cannot personally use a Huawei phone since I have some apps in the Google Play Store, but I can easily use this box, which gives me my whole home internet via a 5G wireless link. From what I've been able to find, the Huawei box supports the low and medium frequencies only, but those speeds should be fine for my needs. Now, I'm lucky enough to live 2 blocks away from the first 5G tower in my town, which is run by a company called AIS. AIS bought licenses for all 3 frequency bands in Thailand, so our options are pretty wide open. My old phone was sacrificed to the gods several months ago, and I got the new Samsung S20 Ultra 5G phone capable of, you guessed it, 5G service. I brought it home and it lit up in glorious 5G, testing at around 300 megabits per second through 2 city blocks and a glass wall. This is 6 times faster than my condo's wired DSL service, which has reached its fastest speed and, according to the provider 3BB, will not be enhanced. This is fantastic for my phone, great, but then a light lit up in my head. Is there a box that talks 5G and can give me constant and unlimited high-speed internet access for all of my devices in my condo? Yes, this Huawei unit is one of the first in the world to provide that function. So off I went to the AIS store in my town, and yes, they can offer me the Huawei box, but I must be the first guy in town to ask for it because they didn't know much about it and tried to convince me that I couldn't even get 5G. When I explained that I already had it working on my phone, they looked it up and found out how they can get it to me. Turns out I had to order it from their online store, not in the brick and mortar store, and then it has to be delivered from Bangkok, but that's a whole story unto itself. The list price on their website is the equivalent of $416. Not cheap, but that's the price of a decent phone these days. But I got a discount to $287, which I was pretty happy about. Now I went to look this up and I see on their website it's gone down to $158. Holy crap. That is a bargain. If you're in the range of a 5G tower, this is a no-brainer. Now, to go along with that, the unlimited monthly service plan is the equivalent of $35.45, which is just a little bit more than I'm already paying for my limited 50 megabit wired DSL. So the price differential is definitely worth it. Now, finally, the magic day arrived. I picked up the box and brought it home, and that leads us to this unboxing. Okay, here we go. We're going to do the standard unboxing and see what surprises await inside. And there we are. We have a power supply, we have the unit, and we have a small Ethernet cable and a quick start that's this big. I don't know their lawyers understand the concept of quick. So the SIM card goes in the base, but there's another funny little thing in the back that I thought was the SIM card. I don't know what that one's for. Anyway, let's play. Oh, I figured it out. These are where the external antennas can plug in. Main and DIV. Diverse antenna. I couldn't find anywhere on the Huawei website where it shows you how to order that antenna. Anyway. Okay, after fiddling with power plugs for a minute, that booted up. I have a blue light down here. It appears to be on. And it started off at the 4G light lit up, then the 5G, and the Wi-Fi symbol. So we are fully up and running. I'm going to hop over to my laptop and Wi-Fi into this and get into the configuration settings. Okay, I'm going to select the Huawei device. I want the 5 gigahertz band. I'm in. That took a while. Okay. Okay, we're into the admin section. 2.6 kilobits per second doesn't sound great. So the base screen, optimize location, that sounds cool, except nothing happens. Okay, I have updated the SSID and I have reconnected to it. Moonbase Beta, 5 gigahertz, also 5G, two different things, but there you go. I'm just ticking along, 86 kilobits per second. Let's come over here. Network settings, mobile data, yes, roaming, no. Auto network, that's fine. AIS is my company. I don't have anything plugged into the Ethernet right now, but I will. Wi-Fi, 5 gigahertz preferred Wi-Fi. There's my thing, my security, my password. I don't have a guest. There's my laptop. There we go. Tools. SMS conversations. Don't need that. Statistics, good. Parental control, I have no control. Advanced. 2.4 and 5 gigahertz. Wi-Fi security. The native one is turned off. That's good. I don't have a MAC filter. I don't have WPS. Any updates available? Just checking for updates. Now, here's where things get interesting. On my local router, I can set up my base network here, which I will do. It is 2.1. No, 1.1. My home network is 2.1. 1.1 to 1.100. Save. Empty or invalid? Oh, sorry. To confirm. Okay, the Huawei box has rebooted itself. We're going back into the router to confirm everything looks right. That all looks good. Don't have VPN, security. It's got firewalls, filters, WAN. Yep, all that's good. All right, now I'm going to be running through the AIS server to a server in Nonthaburi, which is fine. Cross your fingers. Anything over 51, I'm happy. Oh, baby. 270, 280. Dropping down a little bit. 263 average. I think it might do a bit of learning over time, which is fine. Upload 60. That's great. That is so great. I'm going to try one more time. $270, $280, $290. Oh, it really wants to be $300. Okay, so out of the box, 2 city blocks away and through a pane of glass, this Huawei 5G box is giving me 300 megabits per second all the way to my laptop. I'm thrilled. This is exactly what I was hoping it would do for me. So that's really good. And the price, I have unlimited bandwidth, as much as I want every month for about $35 US, which is fine. I'm absolutely happy to pay that. So good on AIS for bringing 5G to my little town, and Huawei, even though Trump hates them, they make some good tech. Okay, this is mind-blowing. I'm playing a 4K video on YouTube. You can see right here, 4K, 0 dropped frames. And it's been playing for several minutes now. 4 minutes, 0 drop frames. And I'm going to come over here and run a speed test while that is still running. Let's just pause there for a second. $280, $290, $300. $290 while that is still running. That's staggering. And still 0 drop frames at 4K. Okay, I've got all my cable management done. Everything's plugged in and working. And I want to run a final speed test on my wired workstation. So this is Ethernet cabled directly, through a switch into the 5G box. So this is going to be my best representation of raw speed. And click. $400. $420. Okay, so let's wrap this up with some conclusions. The good things, it's really fast. It is 6 to 8 times faster than the best I can get in my condo. The price is fantastic. I'm paying US dollars, $11 and change more per month for 6 to 8 times the speed. Beautiful. As an internet providing device, it has quite extensive controls for how you want to manage your connection to the internet. On the client side, client device management, it doesn't really offer a lot. So that's why I'm sticking with my Asus router, which has all of that client side stuff. So I've got the Huawei device wired straight into the Asus, and then all my devices go through the Asus router. On the downside, it's got a limited service area at this point because 5G is just starting to roll out around the world, and even in Thailand, which is pretty advanced in terms of internet capability, we only have one 5G tower in my town, and I'm lucky enough to be 2 blocks away from it. So that's the only reason that this is happening right now. Now, you may have stumbled across some wackadoodles on the internet thinking 5G is going to give you coronavirus. it's going to, or Bill Gates is going to implant some kind of a chip up your butt, or all these other crazy, crazy, crazy things. Well, I'm here to tell you, I don't have a chip that I know about. I don't have coronavirus that I know about, and everything's great. It's just the next step forward in technology that we see since we started banging the rocks together when we were living in a cave, and it's just where we are today. It's going to take a few years to roll this out across the world and improving the lives of everyone for better internet connections. And being a big SpaceX fan, SpaceX is right now launching a constellation of internet satellites into orbit. They've got about 600 of them up there now, and they are beta testing their system, which is called Starlink. They're focusing on the central to northern US and southern Canada, northern latitudes, because that's where most of their satellites are parked right now. I really want that. If it's going to give me a gigabit connection, hey, Elon, I'm your boy in Thailand. I'm your beta test guy. But this is the best I can do now. It's been a fun exercise in technology and working with the staff at AIS to bring this to fruition. So we'll wrap it up, and goodbye from Thailand with high-speed internet. Hey, if you found this video interesting, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like my other content, I'd appreciate a subscribe. Take care and see you next time.